Hey, what's up, family? Welcome back to a new video. And in today's video, we're going to be hanging out here in Newnan, Georgia, taking a look at this brand new 55 plus community here for all of my active adults that are looking to retire and relocate to Georgia. So if that is you, you definitely want to keep watching this video because I'm about to show you some homes that are going to blow your mind. Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so if this is your first time here on the channel, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Raymond, and I am a real estate broker here in Metro Atlanta. I work with buyers and sellers that are looking to, buy and sell here in Metro Atlanta and honestly the entire state of Georgia. So if that is you, all of my contact information is down below on the screen. Feel free to shoot me a phone call, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, but better yet, you can scroll right down into the video description and find the little thing that says Zoom. Click on that link, schedule it, and voila, well, we can talk more about your relocation. So definitely take me up on that offer. Now, without further ado, I think I've taken care of, also over 200, well, I think 300 now, 300 videos on this channel. So if this is your very first time seeing my face, there is so much for you to learn here about living in Metro Atlanta, Georgia living. So I invite you to go check out the full channel and explore till you can't explore anymore. All right. So yeah, you're invited to go and check it out and hit the subscribe button. Become a part of the YouTube family here. We are growing. We're shooting for 20,000 before the end of 2023. Let's make it happen. So yeah, I invite you to join the family. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about where we are today. So we're located here in Newnan, Georgia. I'll give you some views behind me. This community is called Oak Hill Reserve, offered by Culture Homes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plans. And I've had experience with Culture. Typically, I try to not do these type of videos until I have some working experience with the builder, just so that I can answer your questions and serve you as a buyer better, okay? Because I have a understanding of how they operate and what they do and their products. So I've had the opportunity to sell one of their plans before over in Peachtree City, and my client has been nothing but happy with the product thus far. And so hence why I'm out here today to show you around here, beautiful Newnan, Georgia. All right. So what's the plan for the video? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now because I don't like for you to not know what's going on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna explore. I'm gonna show you around the interior of the community, and we're gonna take a look at 2 homes that are available for sale. All right, and I'm gonna give you the specs about them, the price, everything. I'm gonna take you through them and show you the value proposition for yourself, and you can determine if it's a good fit for you. But this community is, again, as I said, active adult 55 plus. What does that mean, Raymond? Well, that means essentially one person in the house has to be over 55 years of age. That does not mean that children cannot live in the house with you. If you are a grandparent and you have inherited your kids, your grandkids by whatever means, they can live with you here. All right, this is not a exclusion of kids, okay? But one member of the household must be 55 or older, okay? And what it does is it gives you a even playing field with like-minded people. This community itself, this particular one, does not have any amenities, okay? It just has sidewalks, lighted streets, but it does not have a pool, tennis court, and all that stuff. Hence, the HOA fees are gonna be considerably lower, all right? Lawn maintenance is taken care of within the HOA as well. So very no to low maintenance when it comes to the upkeep of the exterior. So if you're, I tell everybody, hey, you're retiring in style when you buy one of these type of homes here, especially if you go to one of the communities that are amortized with all of the amenities. And so it really blows you away. So, but this one is a smaller one, more quaint, more close-knit, and obviously HOA fees are much less. So that's the plan for today's video. Keep watching. We're gonna head over to our first one right now. Also, drop a comment below as you're watching. Let me know what you think. Let's have a conversation in the comments and talk about what you see. All right. So without further ado, let's go. All right, family. So here we are. We're in the interior of the community now. So this direction here, this is the front of the community location-wise, okay? This community is located right off of Highway 34, which is a main artery for the city of Newnan, okay? So you can connect from this road up on the corner, like the main road, you can go from Newnan to Peachtree City, okay, all the way across. So it is a main artery there. But again, as I said, this community is a small, tight-knit little community here. I forget the exact number count of homes, but I want to say it's like 60 or 70, somewhere in there. So it's not a super large community by any means. Now, with this being an active adult community, obviously the lot sizes are smaller than what you would typically get in a traditional setting, meaning none 55 and up. Now, some traditional settings, actually lots are this size, but more or less the reason for this size is because it is an active adult community, and most active adults are trying to balance lifestyle with maintenance as well. But as far as a location standpoint, right off the interstate 85, super close to all of the shopping here locally in Newnan. There's a shopping area called Ashley Park, which is amazing, has everything that you'll need there for entertainment, dining, and shopping. All right, so we're not going to go into the model, but they do have a model home here on site. So obviously, if you're watching this video and you're interested in this community, give me a call if you do not have an agent, and we can set a lot of these things up. But nonetheless, there is a model on site. But my philosophy of a model is stay out of them as much as you can, because the model homes are going to be decorated to the T. I mean, they're going to have probably options up to $100,000 in options. So when you fall in love with the model and then I take you into the home that you're actually going to buy, you're like, Raymond, are you sure that's the same house? Yeah, it's the same floor plan, not the same features. So you definitely want to make sure that you are mindful of not falling in love with the model. But although the lot sizes, I'm going to show you an example here. We're going to go into this home here. But you see the depth. I mean, this lot size is not that horrible. You got a backyard area, which you'll see when we get in the back. You got a nice little front yard here. But again, for individuals that are looking to downsize in an active adult setting, perfect. Normally I tell my clients, like, this reminds me of like those TV shows, like the sitcoms, like Modern Family and all of that. Like, this is so picturesque. Like, I could literally film a sitcom here and it'd be like legit feeling traditional. Okay, so this here is going to be lot number 7. Let me give you the specs on this home real quick before we go inside. So it's going to be a 2-bedroom with the flex space and an unfinished bonus area up top. This one is going to be 1,990 square feet finished, and the price on it is $546,071. Okay, and it is move-in ready now. So let's pop in and see what Culture has to offer for you to see. I mean, I know, but let me show you. So you got some stack stone with some hardy plank siding here. Big, bright floor plans. That's one of the things about Culture that I really enjoy, is that when you walk in this house, it's going to feel very, very bright, and you're going to get adequate lighting. Okay, so let's go. Right. So one of the things I want to point out, which is kind of hard to, show you on the video, is scale. These ceilings are super tall. Okay. I'm talking about, I think she said they're doing 11.5 foot here on this community. So they're even taller than 10-foot ceilings. So, I mean, it opens up the space tremendously. All right. So this is going to be the first bedroom up front. Okay. Adequate size for a queen size bed for sure. Okay. Let me get here. Give you that floor scale, but nice. So you see all of that light in here. I mean, you don't even need lights on in the daytime here. Big tall doors. I mean, just amazing. I love it. Like, definitely not counting down to the days where I can qualify, but it's definitely a a great way to retire when it comes to being comfortable in the home that you retire in. Okay. And I may be flipping lights as I go. So just FYI. So this is to give you an idea, right? So that's at eye level, and you still got all the way up there, you know, so. Yeah. The bathrooms, they did not cheap out with the tub and shower tile all the way up to the ceiling with a transient light that opens up the space as well. I know a lot of you guys, when you guys are watching my videos on the channel, you're like, man, dude, I'm not paying XYZ amount of money for a one, like the fiberglass enclosure. You know, you guys be killing me on that one. But hey, so no fiberglass enclosure on here. So yeah. And again, this one is move-in ready. So this one is for sale the way you see it. Okay. You know what? I don't like that some of the lights are not on. So I'm going to flip the lights and we're going to start back here in 1 second. All right, let's continue, shall we? So right off of the front door to your left, you have your garage entry here. So this is, let's go take a look at the garage. One of the features that I do like that Coweta does, I mean, again, this is an active 55, but you have almost a seamless transition between your garage and your door. So no big step down, definitely mobility accessible. If you have someone that needs a wheelchair access and all of that, you can roll right in here without any restraints of the transitioning being too high. Okay, so they do have tankless water systems in all of the homes here in Oak Reserve. Okay, now this is going to be that unfinished space we're going to go take a look at up here. So but before we do that, let me show you the laundry. It's a nice laundry room with 42-inch cabinets here and a functional full sink with a basin cabinet vanity. Okay, so maximizing the space versus one of those little just washboards. You actually can maximize storage in this particular room, which is nice. There's another builder that does active adult communities called Artisan Built. I'm working on getting out there in Dallas, and they have a really nice community as well. So hopefully I'll be able to feature that on the channel. Going up the chain with their corporate office to get in there to do that video. It's a little bit more of a, like, hey, look, I gotta do all this just to shoot it. But anyway, this is the bonus space. Let me go back to the door, and I'm gonna give you that full view of the room. Talking, got ahead of myself. So I'd say the room is probably about maybe 200 square feet all the way around. So nice, loft basically. You can make it out of make it into just a nice loft. Let's see if there are any studs up here for plumbing. Do not believe so. All right, now this is the mechanical room here. Okay, so you'll have a walk-in to do your HVAC filters. So yeah, there's no studs up here for bathroom. Okay, so it could never be considered a bedroom because you have to have a bathroom on the same level as a bedroom. But it could be a nice, bonus room, like a recreational room or something like that. Okay. So let's continue. So now we're back in the foyer, off the foyer into the hallway. You have a flex area. So this is the flex area. You can use it as your office, your study, whatever. Okay, really nice size of a room. And again, adequate lighting in here, man. French doors, which gives it that higher end feel, as well as opening the space up as well. Because it's not a huge house, but you couldn't tell based on what you see, okay? When you look at the numbers, it's very open, okay? Beautiful family room, dining room, kitchen combination. So it's just wide open. Now, sometimes this may not work for everybody. Some people want more definition, and that's okay. There are more floor plans. The next floor plan we're going to look at is the Emily. So we'll see how that one differs. But if you're looking for something wide open, yeah, the Julia should be in your mind. Okay, let's go take a look at the pantry. I already know what you guys are gonna say in the comments. Why do I have wire shelves? Listen, guys, you know, it's gonna be in here. I mean, that's just what it is. If you don't like it, you can always have it taken out on your own and put in custom wood shelving. And if it's not a good fit for you, then don't buy the house. That's okay too. That's okay too. All right. But it's a very, very nice canvas when it comes to the size. Beautiful kitchen. Very wide open, you know. I mean, a lot of countertop space for prep and cooking, as well as seating along here. So if you wanted to just remove that chandelier and put in just another recessed lighting and that whole thing be the living room and you don't need a dining room, you can do that. Or you can use your dining room up on your flex area. You can do that. So there's a lot of options and versatility in the floor plan. And that's one of the things that I think I liked individually about Culture when I sold, when my client purchased her house in Peachtree City. Beautiful though, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful finishes, and it all comes together, okay? So let's go take a look at the primary, which is gonna be on the back side. So you do get some separation. So if you know, say for instance, you have to bring in your parent to live with you, you know, or older parent, and you're older as well, but you know, your parent can be up front. You still have some sense of privacy here in the back, okay? Which is pretty cool. All right, let's give you that room here. And I'm not using my stabilizer, so just FYI. But it's a nice room, nice canvas. You can put a king size bed in between these doors here with no problem. You got the tray ceiling there. Again, an enormous amount of light. I mean, look at how impressive this is, guys. I mean, a lot of people don't understand the psychological effect that sunshine has on the brain, but it is a significant impact to your mood, to your emotions. And so when you have a house that naturally gets a lot of light, most of the time you're probably going to be in a better mood than if you would have bought a house that has no lighting, natural light. So at least that's my 2 cents. All right, so here is the primary suite bath. Beautiful transient light over the mirrors. Again, overexposing, getting as much light into this house as they possibly could, which, again, that's one of the things that I love about it. All right, we're going to flip the camera around here in a minute and show you the other side, but as you guys know, I don't appear in mirrors, okay? And I'm never going to tell my trick as to how I don't, but hey. Beautiful, 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 beautiful closet space. I mean, if it's just one person, you're perfect. But if you're sharing it, it's even shareable. I mean, you could split it right down the middle and have pretty much adequate storage space to share. All right. All right. You got your seamless glass enclosed shower with a real nice transition. I mean, look at that, guys. I mean, it's almost barely noticeable. It's a little bit of a drop of a ledge to ensure that you're not flooding your floor, but not enough to where you feel vulnerable of stepping down, especially if you're aging, you know, if you're somebody up in age and you don't want to, you know, transition with a big dip or dive into the shower. So super nice. And you also have a little bench there behind, got the cutouts, really nice, real nice tile work. I mean, the trays that they have are pretty good. They really are at what they do. So, but again, it's all about that quality control, and the builder is responsible for that quality control. If you see something that's not right, that superintendent has to, you know, work to get it right. And so the things that I do like about Coweta is that they have a team that seem to be pretty diligent in making sure that their product is delivered in the best possible shape that they can be. I mean, obviously it's made by human hands, so perfection is a tall order when humans are making anything, but you know. All right, let's take a look at the back on this particular one here. Super nice when it comes to the amount of space you have on the patio. So I'm gonna give you that view of how much space you have on the patio itself. Pretty good amount of space to use, you know, your table there, and then you can have your grill on another side. Adequate enough space. Let me show you the distance between the homes here from this view. So probably maybe 10 to 15 feet apart, if that. I mean, they're pretty close on the sides, okay? At least between these two. Now, again, every lot is going to be laid out different, but I would say that's probably about the average. And then this is how much yard space you have. So if you do have a little pet, you know, definitely a smaller pet could do well in a house like this. A bigger pet, they may get exhausted with just running this little length. But if you have a smaller pet, it should be adequate. All right, and I'm gonna spin it around and show you what it looks like here. Okay. So yeah, so this one is available, guys. Like I said, and we're gonna go next door to take a look at the Emily plan, just to see how it differs between the two, and to see which one may work best for you. You can definitely assess that for yourself. Okay, so yeah, let's get to the Emily. Taking my sweet time, feels right, living in the moment, 'cause I know where I'm going, I'm taking my sweet time. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start talking about the Emily plan as we're walking up to it. So this particular plan is going to be it's going to be a 2-bedroom flex area with the unfinished bonus up top. So similar to what we just saw, but smaller. So this plan, now this is not the exact house. This house is already sold. So we're looking at it only for the illustration of what the plan consists of. Okay. But that one, it's going to be on lot 17 that's available. 1,697 square feet is going to be the square footage on it. So it's a considerably smaller house than what we just saw. And the price on it is $473,156 with delivery by February 2024. All right. So if you're looking to be here around that timeline, then this could be an option for you as well. Okay. So let's go in and see what the Emily has to offer. First thing we can see is the front porch is laid out considerably different. You got actually a porch to where you can have a few chairs up there if you want. But ceiling height should all be the same. Now, one deviation I will point out that I just omitted. This particular house does not have the unfinished bonus area up top. Okay, so you'll see everything with the exception of that. So as you can see already, the floor plan looks completely different. Completely different. So the kitchen is up front on the Emily plan, right up front. So let me give you that view. Could work for some people. Some people do like their kitchens to not be right up front as well. So it all depends on your personal style. Also, this particular house is spec'd out on the lower end, which is the exact same way the home on lot 17 is actually spec'd out. So as you can see, it doesn't feel as top of the line, or I guess as the other one did, as the Julia felt. The Julia was a $546,000 house. Now we're in a $473,000 house. So quite naturally, we're not going to have the same features, with almost $100,000 difference in price, $70,000 difference to be exact. So this is kind of pretty much, this is the front door. Even the door is different. You don't have the glass enclosure. But as soon as you come in and you make a right, you go to your garage. The garage is still a 2-car garage, completely finished. Okay. Same thing with the step out of the door. Transitions pretty well. And you have a little bit of a recessed storage area there if you wanted to add some shelves or put some stackables there or something, you could. Not really a mud area by any means. You just kind of walk in the door and that's it. You are greeted by a coat closet though, here. So that's convenient. All right. You do have the same dining room and living room combination that you had in the Emily. Oh, sorry, the Julia. But it's just laid out a little differently. Okay. And to your right, so give you your bearings again. We came in, we went to the garage, coming on down. You have your secondary rooms and flex area. Okay. So all of these rooms are gonna be stacked right here in the belly of the house, pretty much. Same thing with the ceiling height, you know, it goes all the way up. You can definitely feel the impacts, though, of that $70,000. I'll be honest with you. Just walking through the house on my own, I can see that difference, okay? One of the differences we can see up there is the surround tile is not all the way up to the top. But again, they do have 5 buildable lots here, okay? So if this plan works for you, then great. The way you see it, then great. But if not, there are 5 buildable lots. So you could build a house the way you want it to be. Okay, so if you want it to appear just like the one we just looked at next door, you definitely can have that done. Okay. And there's also a new community coming up in Newnan as well at the top of the year that Coweta is doing as well. So more opportunities to come too. And again, definitely reach out to me and book a consultation because we can go from there and figure out what works. So another difference is you do not have a sink in the laundry room on this particular home. All right. And the secondary room, this secondary is much smaller than the secondary in the Julia. Okay, so much smaller. Again, we went from 1,990 square feet to 1,697. So quite naturally, we're gonna see some differences. Okay. Show the closet. Yep, there is a light in here. Let's go ahead and get that on for y'all. So let's get the floor scale so you can see that. So it's not a super tiny closet. You know, it's not super large either, but it's adequate. All right. Come out, go back, and then pretty much the primary suite is on the back side. So it does still have that separation between the rooms. Okay. Just not as dramatic as the Julia. Still got some nice, bright, open windows here. Still gets pretty adequate light. Again, the windows are not as extravagant, but still get light inside of the room, which is the goal. Let's take a look at this closet. Okay, just pretty much a galley, just elongated. Not much going on, but it's still it's a nice size. Okay, still shareable in my opinion. Okay. All right, let's go in here to the bathroom. I'm just gonna stop here and let you kind of peek in a little bit. So one of the things we see 2 transient lights, windows on this particular bathroom, which is nice because you still get that light. All right. So even if you're not gonna, come in paying top dollar, at least you get adequate lighting. So double vanity. Still the same finishes for the most part. With the exception of the shower. So this shower was not seamless. You had the aluminum trim around the glass. Okay. So that's a difference in the bathroom. Okay. So you see that aluminum trim there. Definitely hits different than the seamless. Okay. But again, if you're price conscious, hey, they have something that you can still afford. All right. Now, this one is a screened-in patio, which is nice. A lot of people like that in Georgia, particularly because we do have a lot of insects, especially in the summertime. I mean, mosquitoes are a thing here. Flies are a thing, especially if you're having a cookout. Like, it's like, you probably could never see a fly or would never see a fly on your patio until you fire up the grill. And I guarantee you will see 100 of them. And you're like, where did y'all come from? Where did you come from? So now on this particular plan, the backyard is a lot bigger of a green space than you had next door. So that's where we just left there. You can see the compare and contrast. But again, this is not the specific house that is for sale. So this backyard really does not matter to you for the purpose of why I'm showing it to you. Okay. But again, every lot is different. So that's why at that time, you got to go and take a look at the lot. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at these 2 homes offered by Culture. And, you know, again, I am a big fan of Culture so far. So if you're interested in, you know, I get that question all the time. Hey, Raymond, do you have any builders you would recommend? I would say Culture would be one of those that I would recommend. Okay. No builder is perfect. Perfection is, oh man, it's so fleeting. But you want a builder that's going to do right by their contract and you as an individual. And I believe Culture does that. Okay. So, yeah, let me go and take you to the kiosk for the mailboxes, and we'll go ahead and put a wrap on today's video. Don't let him take your purpose. I'm taking my sweet time. Feels right. Living in the moment. 'Cause I know where I'm going. I'm taking my sweet time. Each time. I started seeing that the good life has 100 different faces. Talk to my future on a first name basis. 'Cause life is what you make it. Now I'm realizing that everything I face and set the stage. I know who I am and I don't need to fake it. 'Cause I already made it. Taking my sweet time. Feels right. Living in the moment. 'Cause I know where I'm going. All right, you guys. So we're near the mail kiosk area. So I just want to kind of show you what you probably saw already on the driving portion. But this is the backside of the community. And the backside it's a perimeter all the way around the back portion of the community. So if you were to say buy lot number 20 or 21, it would be fenced off. Behind here is all residential. So it's not any commercial or highway area. It's all residential. But the mail kiosks are pretty much tucked away. Okay, tucked away from the hustle and bustle, which I think is nice because, you know, you don't have that through traffic congestion based upon the mail kiosk with everybody stopping and checking their mail. So it's, you know, it's kind of to itself, tucked back in here. So yeah, as we walk, I'll let you take that in. It is a covered kiosk, really nice. It's pretty big. I wonder whether they're ever gonna like put chairs out there or something, because they made it like super big. It's only 3 boxes, but the structure is 2 times the size it should be. Behind the kiosk area, you have the storm water retention pond, and what that does is it acts as a overflow for the water drainage system for the community. So all of it is tied into the Coweta County public sewage or sewer, the stormwater, but sometimes that stormwater drain can kind of be slow, and so to keep the water moving from the streets, they've, at a lot of the communities in Georgia, I think it's a new code update in the last like decade, where they mandate these stormwater retention ponds to alleviate the pressure from the county line as well as the streets for the residents. So this would basically swell up and then it would go back down once the water has moved through the lines away from the community into the county. But again, the way they did this is, again, still out of the way. It's not an eyesore. It's in the back of people's homes, and the elevation, the topography is really nice, how they have these sloped up. This water will never get up there. I mean, let me not say never, okay, because never is a strong word. That's indefinite, and nobody has a crystal ball, but it would be extremely improbable to think that that water is going to come all the way up and all the way up to the house. Very, 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 very not likely. Okay. Very unlikely. Not likely. Very unlikely to happen. Okay. All right. So here's where you would come to check your mail. Living here at Oak Hill Reserve. you will come here and check your mail. Okay. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. I think I've covered all my bases. However, if there's anything more that you wanted to see here or want to know about Oak Hill Reserve, feel free to give me a phone call. All of my contact information is down below. I love to chat with you to learn more about your relocation and what your desires and goals are. So if you want to go down the road with me, I'm here. Reach out to me. Let's get a consultation scheduled. Thank you so much for taking a look at the community and sharing some time with me today. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Hold on. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be rolling out more active adult communities on the channel. So if you're interested in active adult communities, you definitely want to plug in and lock in by subscribing. Thank you. I'll see you on the next one.
Ayy, I got the recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but haters is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't it.